Hey there, everyone. Happy Thursday. We almost made it to Friday. King 5 Meteorologist Adam Claibon with you today. We do have to go over the next few days. A pretty weak system coming through later on this evening and throughout the night. Rainfall for the lowlands. We got a little snow for the mountains, too. Plus, we're going to give you the updates of the system that's heading in later next week. We still got a blast of cold air. Do we have lowland snow still in the forecast? Going to let you know here in just a bit. First, outside, what's happening? Well, we got the skies that are cloudy. Some of those clouds, though, are pretty high, so that's why we still at least see the base of Mount Rainier from our Tacoma tower cam. And you can see from Everett, a lot of cloudy skies in place there as well this afternoon. So all the sunshine we had over the past couple of days, well, yeah, that is gone. You can see the same thing in Shoreline. We're seeing those clouds roaming across the sky there. Now, those are eventually going to start to bring in some rain chances. But I think, again, it's going to be later on into the evening and throughout the night. And even then, here in Shoreline, not going to see a lot of shower activity at all as we go throughout the night. Now, out along the coast, this is where we've been seeing a few light sprinkles. North coast, better chances of that here throughout the daytime hours. South coast, generally just a light sprinkle or two, patchy area of drizzle. Then we'll start to see that pick up a little more later into the night. So here's what's going on right now. You can see it. Radar view showing some areas of rain generally out over the Olympic Peninsula. Maybe some light shower activity too as you go farther to the west as you get over to parts of the tip of the Olympic Peninsula. Now, we have that system diving southward, and that's where a lot of the energy and the moisture will go, while we'll just get a little small taste of it up this way across western Washington. But check out the amplified pattern that is now shaping up. High pressure starting to build here across parts of the Pacific and heading up into the Gulf of Alaska. Let me show you how that's going to start to impact what we see later on into the weekend and next week. So we'll get this sort of like dip in the jet stream, and that's going to allow some colder air to come in from the north out of Canada and kind of head more so in our direction, more in this sort of type of way. So that's what's going to set us up later on into next week. Going to take a while before that happens, but here over the next few days, expect things to be still a little active, but that area of high pressure helps to direct a lot of the moisture out of our parts of the woods, and then expect it to bring in just a few sprinkles here on into the next few days. So temperatures right now, low to mid 40s, 48 in Puyallup. You can see the forecast throughout the day and even into the first half of the night. Not really calling for much rain here in Seattle. We'll see temperatures only drop down into the mid to upper 30s tonight, so I think many spots, if not everyone, is going to stay above that freezing point. Now here we are. Future radar shows some of those showers moving across the tip of the Olympic Peninsula, eventually closer to Hood Canal just after sunset, and then we start to see that trying to fill in at least for the San Juan Islands, parts of Skagit, Whatcom County, but rain shadowing going to keep us from seeing much of anything at all here from about Camano, Whidbey Island on down to Everett, and that even extends farther south closer to maybe Lakewood and Lacey. Around Olympia, we might get a slightly higher chance of seeing some of those showers, but that's your rain shadow zone, which is going to really keep those rain totals low and probably keep the totals for some of the snow across more of Snoqualmie Pass, maybe Crystal Mountain on the lower side. That gets out of here by early tomorrow morning, 8 to 9 o'clock. Most of the showers beginning to head on through, and then, yes, we get to see more sunshine by later tomorrow afternoon, and we'll continue to see more of that as we go on into maybe Saturday to a certain degree. I think we'll see more clouds by that point, but also slightly higher chances of rain starting to come in. As you can see, that system coming in Friday night into early Saturday, and a lot of that kind of dodges us again with that rain shadowing again for spots right around here, parts of Puget Sound, where we'll get little of anything as far as accumulated rainfall. Now, let's talk about what's happening with the rain amounts. We'll see higher amounts across the tip of the Olympic Peninsula, up there around Quileute and Forks, around a half an inch, if not just slightly more. And then we'll get some respectable amounts around Friday Harbor, Bellingham, Oak Harbor, too, coming in at about a quarter of an inch. Mount Vernon coming in about a half an inch. South of there, we're talking about a tenth of an inch, if not less than that. That'll be just about it as far as the rain chances. And the snow we're expecting will be closer to about maybe 5 inches, maybe a half a foot around Mount Baker. 3 to 5 inches from Snoqualmie to Stevens Pass. Crystal Mountain, again, big rip-off zone because of that precipitation shadowing, keeping a lot of the moisture away from Crystal Mountain, but starting to pick that up a little more around White Pass as we get around 3 inches as we go on into tomorrow afternoon. So overall, here we go. The weekend forecast, you can see temperatures top off in the mid to upper 40s. We'll have just those few showers early into Friday. Chances are really low heading into Saturday as well. Most of the day dry but not. And then I think a lot of the day also on Sunday probably stays dry because the rain doesn't really arrive until we go deeper on into the evening and heading on into the night. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what's happening later next week because we do have that colder air that will be driving its way down here into western Washington. And so the snow levels that are going to remain relatively low. Snoqualmie Pass at 3,000 feet. It's going to stay below that level, but we drop quite a bit more on Tuesday, down to 1,500 feet. And it's throughout the day, Tuesday and Tuesday night, and more on into Wednesday, that we'll keep an eye out for some of that lowland snow that could develop. So here's what we see lately. Looks like models are showing that we're still dealing with rain all the way through Monday. Here we are into Monday night into Tuesday. We start to see generally, again, just rain. And that's something the models have been picking up on. It's just that the warmer air mass kind of holds on for a lot of the daytime hours on Tuesday. So probably not Tuesday during the day, but heading on into Tuesday evening, more so Tuesday night, we could see that switch over as the cold air starts to blast on through. But just like our last event earlier into this week, moisture is going to be moving out quickly while the colder air is moving in quickly at the same time, and we probably don't get much interaction between the two. So snow amounts, if we do see anything here in the lowlands, probably going to be limited, not looking like, as of right now, it's going to be anything big, but it's definitely going to bring those temperatures down by quite a bit. So your forecast for today, highs mid to upper 40s, better chance of showers up this way across the northern interior, and Anacortes up to 46 degrees. Farther south you go, generally just more cloudy skies, maybe a sunbreak here or there, but I think most of those have gone by now. 50 in Redmond, 50 as you get closer to Issaquah, and we'll top off at 50 in Auburn, and mid to upper 40s around Belfair. Gig Harbor, Lakewood up to 49, 48 in Yelm. Here's your forecast here. Next 7 days, we're going to see those highs stay in the 40s. Average high for this time of the year, 50, so at least close to it today, and then close to it again for Sunday and Monday. And then that drop in temperatures will come heading on into next Tuesday and Wednesday as our highs drop down into the lower 40s, and I think we're going to see quite a few upper 30s too as we head on into that point as well, with the rain chances coming in with the snow Tuesday night and on into more of your Wednesday morning. So that's the latest as we know as of right now. Of course, we're going to keep you up to date as we get closer to the event. Don't be too concerned as of right now, as it doesn't look like we'll see much of anything at all. But enjoy the rest of your day. Have a tremendous Thursday, and we'll talk to you later.